You're sitting right there, phone in your hand, waiting for a reply that used to come instantly. And the room feels different. Not louder, not quieter, just heavier in a way you can't explain. Like something unspoken is slowly filling the space between you. You check again. Nothing. You tell yourself it's fine, they're probably busy. But something in your chest tightens anyway. And then the thoughts start. Why am I always the one reaching out? Did I do something wrong? Why do I feel more alone now than when I was single? Am I too much? Here's the truth no one tells you. Attraction doesn't die because you cared too much. It fades because somewhere along the way, you stopped being someone your partner had to reach for. And listen, you're not clingy. You're not broken. And this is not you ruining the relationship. Most people were never taught this. But by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why being too available slowly kills attraction. And more importantly, how to shift into a version of you that feels magnetic again. Let's get into it. Most couples believe being available all the time is what love looks like. Always there, always responsive, always giving. But the real truth is this. Your partner's nervous system doesn't just register love, it registers tension, space, and desire. And when there's no space left, desire has nowhere to breathe. Here's what nobody explains. Attraction isn't built on constant access. It's built on emotional rhythm. On presence, then absence. On closeness, then space. Because when you're always there, always ready, always giving, your partner's brain stops reaching for you and starts assuming you. And assumption slowly replaces appreciation. This isn't about playing games, not distance for manipulation, not pretending to be busy, not pulling away to punish. This is about something deeper. It's about becoming someone who is emotionally available without abandoning themselves in the process. 1. The always-on trap. Most couples fall into this without realizing it. You start showing up more, texting more, being more available because you care. And slowly, you become emotionally on all the time. But here's what's happening beneath the surface. Your nervous system is saying, stay close or you'll lose them, while theirs is quietly saying, I don't need to move toward you anymore. And that imbalance kills tension. One version sounds like this. Hey, just checking in. Did you get my last message? Versus this. I'll talk to you later. I've got a few things I need to focus on. Same person, different energy. And when you shift like that, something changes inside them. Their mind goes, wait, where did they go? And when you do that, attraction stops feeling forced and starts feeling mutual again. 2. Overgiving without receiving. Here's the part no one talks about. Most people in relationships give more when they feel distance. More texts, more affection, more effort. But beneath the surface, your partner often feels something different. Pressure. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because their nervous system feels like it's constantly being pulled towards something it didn't choose in that moment. One version sounds like this. I just want us to feel close again. Another sounds like this. I miss you, but I'm going to give us both a little space today. See the difference? One reaches, the other allows. And in that space, something inside them whispers, I actually want to come back on my own. That's when connection stops feeling like a demand and starts feeling like a choice. 3. The disappearing self. And this is where it gets really interesting. Most couples don't lose attraction because of conflict. They lose it because one person slowly disappears. Your routines become theirs. Your priorities become theirs. Your time becomes entirely about them. And beneath the surface, your partner feels something they can't explain. Less pull, less curiosity. Because attraction needs contrast. One version, I'm free whenever you are. Another, I've got plans tonight, but I'd love to see you tomorrow. That second version creates something powerful. A life they're not the center of, but still deeply invited into. And suddenly, their mind goes, I don't just have them. I get to be with them. That's the shift that turns familiarity back into desire. 4. Confusing closeness with constant contact. Most people in relationships think more communication equals more connection. More texting, more updates, more check-ins. But here's the truth. Constant contact often kills meaningful contact because your nervous system starts filtering it out. like background noise you no longer notice. One version looks like this. What are you doing? What are you doing now? What about now? Another looks like this. Then a message that actually means something. Hey, I saw something today that reminded me of you. And in that moment, their brain lights up. That felt real. And when you do that, connection becomes something they feel, not something they scroll past. 5. The fear of pulling back. And here's the one most couples never figure out. You don't stay overly available because you want to. You stay because you're afraid. Afraid that if you stop reaching, they won't come back. Afraid that if you give space, they'll forget you. Afraid that if you pull back, you'll lose them completely. But here's the truth that changes everything. Not distance, not silence, not withdrawal, but grounded presence. Being there without chasing. Caring without clinging. One version says, "Why aren't you giving me the same energy?" Another says, "I care about you, but I'm not going to abandon myself to prove it." And in that moment, something shifts inside them. They're not trying to control me, they're choosing themselves. That's when respect comes back, and attraction follows right behind it. This isn't about becoming distant, it's about becoming whole. This isn't a strategy, it's an identity shift. Because when you internalize this, you stop overgiving, overreaching, overthinking, and you start showing up as someone who has a life, a center, a sense of self that doesn't collapse around another person. And your partner feels that before you even say a word. You don't need to be less loving. You just need to be someone worth reaching for again. And here's the truth you take with you. Attraction doesn't grow where you make yourself constantly available. It grows where you remain deeply present and deeply grounded in yourself at the same time.